Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silverstacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 13th day of May 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion so we can look at the live spot prices. However, before I do that, I'm going to ask you to join us this evening and this morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for a good morning to you with Tiny Numismatics. And that's number 140. Can you believe it? Now, next item I'd like to bring up to you is this auction this evening, Friday night auction with Son of a Silverstacker, Tiny Numismatics, and Bassman. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. We have about 9 or 10 items, and we're going to blow through them pretty quickly. Probably be done by 6:30. Now, next stop today is going to be JM Bullion, and looks like the gold is down 395 to 1827 even. Silver's up 13 cents to 2105. Platinum up $4.79 to 965 4 pennies or cents, whatever you like. And palladium is up $23.26 to 1990.76. Now in stock silver, you're looking at 1,064 pieces. And let me ask you a question, because we actually had somebody ask us in the chat yesterday, what's going on with the price of silver? And what is the premium? What's going on with the premium on silver, right? No, I know this isn't the greatest example, but this is the 2022 1-ounce American Silver Eagle, and you can buy 1 through 19 of them for a credit card or a PayPal price of $38.48, right? Now, that's for an ounce of silver, right? Well, look at this. It says here silver ask is 2105. So look at the difference. That's got to be, let me see here. I think that's 1743 is the premium on that over the spot price ask. Isn't that incredible? So at some point, could we become 1-to-1 on that ratio? The premium is as high as the ask. I mean, isn't that incredible? Could we see that one day? I imagine we could. Why not, right? We've seen wilder things. And what does that mean for the paper price, the ask price? Does that mean it's garbage? Well, let's find out. Now, let's go here to Numismatic News, and this is by the Numismatic News staff, dated May 11th. That was just 2 days ago. What is the real price of silver? Okay, and it says here, this is by Paul Malone. 2 of my bullion dealer friends were lamenting recently about their inability to find adequate supplies of silver. One of them related that if he has to get silver eagles from his supplier, the price is $12.50 over spot per coin. He added that generic silver 1-ounce rounds can still be had at $3.40 over spot, but delivery is a month out or more. The other dealer had just been quoted $4.50 over spot for a 100-ounce bar. Meanwhile, silver's paper price continues to languish near $25. And now you know from looking at it this morning, it was $21.05. Yeah, that's right, 21.05. I've heard many comments about commodities traders, none of which are complimentary. It says here, one of the above bullion dealers has said that the total amount of silver sold every day in 5,000-ounce contracts on the exchanges exceeds the amount of silver that actually exists above ground. What? Did you hear that? The contracts that are sold every day exceeds the amount of silver that actually exists above ground. Exists. Wow. These traders are selling product they don't have in quantities that may not exist. And then he says here, another statement, this should be illegal. After reading Patrick Heller's recent explanation of the mint silver shortages in Numismatic News, April 26 issue, page 32, I have to wonder if any commodity can be obtained physically from an exchange. Right? Great question. Can it? Will they deliver it? Who knows? Can one get physical delivery of soybeans, pork, bellies, or wheat? Or are these contracts also settled with checks? Meaning, do they even exist, right? Wow, here we go. That's a huge question. I propose the creation of a new commodities exchange, but first we need to move all of the old ones to Las Vegas. I love that. These are for those traders who have no interest in price discovery and or physical delivery of any product. They're only interested in gambling on the price. Let's call it the Fantasy Commodities League. This exchange would be a no-holds-barred organization in which physical delivery is prohibited. This is genius. I love this article. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. Traders in this league could be encouraged to sell things they don't own in quantities that don't exist. I mean, how cartoonish is this, right? It's just ridiculous. And I know he's going over the top, and I think he admits that here going forward. The new real commodities exchange would do the opposite. Physical delivery would be required, and nobody would be allowed to sell anything they don't have, right? So the new system would be like the opposite of the old system, or the current system, I guess, in his words. In a nutshell, the problem is that the house always wins. If you own the casino and the regulators, then you can make your own rules. And that seems to be what's happening, right? And when things aren't working to your advantage, you simply change the rules. The problem isn't short selling. It's the abuse of short selling. There you go. Remember what happened at nickel? And they seized and they canceled all those contracts. Man, and that really ruined LME's face. And now a lot of traders, commodity traders, aren't even considering using the LME anymore, are they? And that's just wow. And yeah, that's a whole nother video. None of this is news, and I must admit to you that the amount of stuff I don't know is absolutely staggering. The exchanges have operated this way for a very long time. The Chicago Board of Trade was formed in 1848. Was it legal to substitute cash for physical delivery during, say, the Civil War? When did it become a casino? I apologize for this oversimplification of a very complicated subject. Perhaps default is the only cure. I don't know if that's possible or even a good thing, but if sellers aren't required to deliver physical product, how could a default ever occur? Interesting. Perhaps I see a problem where there is none, but the paper price of silver is currently meaningless. Garbage, right? Meaningless garbage, throw it away. It appears that we can throw that number into the scrap heap with all the other meaningless numbers we are being fed. Paul Malone is a collector from Forest Lake, Minnesota. Interesting article, isn't it? So he's saying that, maybe the system should change. Maybe we need to start having a brokerage house or a commodities house that has a policy where you cannot trade anything if you don't physically own it. Isn't that interesting? Wouldn't that be the day? Now, for the plus ones here today, I think I got one here for you. Empathy versus sympathy. Empathy is, I feel your pain. Sympathy is, I'm sorry that you're in pain. And let's go ahead and explore this just a little bit deeper, because I think a lot of people confuse empathy for sympathy and empathy for being an empath, because I don't think you need to be an empath to have empathy. And I think the world needs more empathy now than ever before. So what people think empathy is, feeling sorry for somebody, and that really is not what empathy is all about. Empathy is sensing other people's emotions. Like, what are they going to go through if this happens, right? Imagining how somebody feels, imagining what someone is thinking, mirroring somebody's feelings, identifying how a person is feeling, understanding another person's feelings. Because let's face it, emotions, feelings, thinking, feeling, seeing these from another point of view, right? That's huge. Really listening to what others have to say and feeling overwhelmed by others' tragedy. That's empathy. And you don't have to be an empath to actually do that, no doubt about that. But I think what the world needs more is trying to understand how other people feel and what they're going through so they listen. I mean, going back here, if I am an empath or a person who's showing empathy, okay, what I do to you is going to affect me and give me pain back. Because if I deliver pain to you because I have empathy towards you, I'm really delivering pain to me. And that's foolish, isn't it? Now off to the plus one here today. Plus two. I don't even know. I'm so hyped up. Whoa. Now it's Friday. Thank goodness. We've all made it to Friday. And this is a fantastic song. It's by the Pet Shop Boys. And it's called it's called Opportunities. But the most memorable line in here is "Let's make lots of money, lots of money." I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, listen, folks, I want to thank you all for dropping by today. Yes, it is Friday. Thank goodness. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a silver stacker.